The Fatal Flaws: How Derrick Todd Lee's Mistakes Led to His Downfall. He terrorized Louisiana, leaving a trail of fear and unanswered questions. But Derrick Todd Lee, the Baton Rouge serial killer, wasn't as careful as he thought. His arrogance and missteps ultimately led to his capture. Lee committed a series of brutal sexual assaults, leaving behind a microscopic but damning trail. He unknowingly deposited DNA at multiple crime scenes. This seemingly insignificant oversight would become his undoing. Investigators meticulously collected trace evidence from each location. They understood the potential of emerging forensic technologies. These samples held the key to identifying the elusive killer. From the collected samples, a DNA profile of the perpetrator was constructed. This genetic fingerprint became a silent witness, waiting for a match. It was a crucial piece of evidence in an otherwise fragmented puzzle. The DNA profile sat in the database, a digital ghost waiting to be awakened. It represented the unseen presence of the killer, a constant reminder of the unsolved crimes. Its potential was immense, but it needed a name to connect to. One of Lee's victims fought back with incredible courage and managed to escape his clutches. Her bravery provided a crucial turning point in the investigation. She became a beacon of hope in a sea of despair. The survivor provided a detailed description of her attacker to the authorities. This eyewitness account offered invaluable insights into the killer's appearance and mannerisms. It was a tangible lead in a case shrouded in mystery. This description, combined with the existing DNA evidence, painted a clearer picture of the perpetrator. It allowed investigators to refine their search and narrow down the pool of potential suspects. The pieces were slowly starting to fit together. Early in the investigation, authorities focused on a suspect fitting a specific profile. This profile, unfortunately, was based on flawed assumptions. It led them down a path that ultimately proved to be a dead end. The FBI's initial profile incorrectly suggested that the killer was a white male. This misdirection was based on behavioral patterns observed in similar cases. However, it blinded investigators to other possibilities. Derrick Todd Lee, being a black man, continued his killing spree undetected. He operated under the radar, seemingly invisible to law enforcement. This false sense of security fueled his continued violence. He likely believed he was untouchable, that the police were looking in the wrong place. This arrogance proved to be a fatal flaw. It allowed him to continue his reign of terror, but also brought him closer to his downfall. As the investigation intensified, Lee failed to exercise caution or lay low. He continued his violent spree despite growing media coverage and increased police presence. This recklessness ultimately sealed his fate. The media frenzy surrounding the case should have served as a warning, but Lee seemed unable to control his impulses. He continued to stalk and attack women, leaving behind more evidence with each crime. Each new crime reinforced the patterns that investigators were beginning to recognize. It provided them with more data points to analyze and connect. His lack of caution was a gift to law enforcement. This blatant disregard for his own safety demonstrated a level of arrogance and impulsivity. It suggested a belief that he was somehow immune to capture. This hubris would ultimately be his undoing. Lee's failed abduction attempts left behind a trail of witnesses. These individuals, though traumatized, provided crucial information to the authorities. Their accounts helped to solidify the case against him. These witnesses were able to describe Lee, providing details about his appearance and vehicle. Their testimonies helped to connect him to the crime scenes and further narrow down the suspect pool. The details provided by these witnesses helped authorities connect the dots between seemingly unrelated incidents. They provided crucial context and filled in gaps in the investigation. Their bravery was instrumental in bringing Lee to justice. Derrick Todd Lee's capture was a result of a confluence of factors. It was a perfect storm of forensic advancements, investigative persistence, and the killer's own hubris. Each element played a crucial role in his downfall. The advancements in DNA technology were paramount. Without the ability to analyze and compare DNA samples, Lee might have remained a phantom. Forensic science provided the key to unlocking the truth. His underestimation of DNA evidence was a critical error. He failed to grasp the power of this emerging technology. He believed he could continue his crimes without leaving a trace. His continued violent acts, despite the growing investigation, were a testament to his arrogance. Each new crime brought him closer to capture. His impulsivity ultimately betrayed him. The presence of surviving victims and witnesses provided invaluable information. Their bravery and willingness to come forward were essential to building a strong case against Lee. They were the voices of justice. These factors combined to create an inescapable web that ultimately ensnared Derrick Todd Lee. His identification, arrest, and conviction brought a sense of closure to the victims' families and the community. His downfall serves as a stark reminder of the power of forensic science in modern criminal investigations. It highlights the importance of meticulous evidence collection and the relentless pursuit of justice. Lee's case also underscores the importance of vigilance and collaboration in law enforcement. It demonstrates how a combination of technological advancements, eyewitness testimony, and investigative persistence can bring even the most elusive criminals to justice. Ready to delve deeper into the minds of notorious criminals and the science that brings them to justice? Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What other cases would you like us to explore?